to be nobody but yourself in a world which is doing its best night and day to make you just like everybody else means to fight the greatest battle there is to fight and never stop fighting. That was E.E. Cummings. To be nobody but yourself in a world which is doing its very best to make you just like everybody else means to fight the greatest battle there is to fight and never stop fighting. And when I read Maslow, when I read that day back in the fall of 1967, when my little girl was just a brand new baby, and I remember driving down to the university. I can tell you what kind of car I was driving in. I can tell you where I was parking. I can tell you what that meeting was like. I can tell you. And as I sat there with my feet up on my desk and all the students had left, reading that, it was one of the most glorious feelings that I'd ever had, that there's somebody out there who gets it. And basically he said these things. He said these people, these subjects he called them, what he called healthy people. These healthy people, they are independent of the good opinion of other people. They do not do what they do based upon how other people are going to react to them. Now remember, as we looked at the ego, and what it says is one of the components of the ego is I am what other people think of me. I am my reputation. And how many of us are raised and are raising our children, are seeing our children being raised in a world in which peer group approval, you hear it all the time. Peer group approval. I do it because there's so much peer pressure on me. You know, I have to fit in. Self-actualizing people have no sense of that in their life. It's just not anything that they even consider. And it's not just in those ways. They don't even notice appearances. One of the other qualities of these self-actualizing people is that they see the unfolding of God in everything and everyone that they encounter. Just like they see past appearances, but they don't just say it. It isn't like, this isn't just a talking game. This is something that they absolutely feel. That when they see another person, they can't even tell very often whether that person, what culture they came from, or how tall they were, or what color their skin was, or what they were wearing, or what work that they did, or whatever. Those just were not the things that they saw. They just were able to look past that. I mean, my children were raised on this idea. They are growth motivated, not deficiency motivated. There's a very big distinction between being growth motivated and deficiency motivated. A deficiency motivated person is motivated on a basis of repairing what is wrong with them and fixing it. A growth motivated person is saying, wherever I am is perfect and I can go so much further. But I have nothing to put down. I have no deficiencies. This is where I am. It's summed up in this simple little bumper sticker. You don't have to be sick to get better. You don't have to be sick to get better. These are people, he said, who must be what they can be. They must be what they can be. Now, this isn't that they must be what somebody else thinks that they can be. This isn't somebody who must be fitting into something else. Because another quality and characteristics of these people is that they are resistant to enculturation. These are people who do not identify themselves on the basis of a culture, their culture. They see themselves as a global being connected to all of humanity. And they do not run their life on the basis of the Tao. It wasn't until I read the Tao, and I don't mean just read the Tao Te Ching, but studied it and lived it for that full year when I turned 65, that I understood that virtually everything that Lao Tzu was writing about is what Maslow was speaking about with these people. Lao Tzu had contempt for the law. and laws. He said that people who run their life on the basis of what the law says are not Tao-centered people. Thoreau called it, he wrote an essay on the necessity of civil disobedience. On the necessity of civil disobedience.